So just when you thought it was going to be another low volume day, a boring day, DeGods came out with an announcement from literally nowhere that literally made me shake. It has changed Sol NFTs forever. So what happened? Well, so when we went through some royalty drama for a couple of months, and we thought it was just going to fade away, but this whole thing just happened. So why? Why did this happen? Well, the main issue is that should creators make so much money from their projects, meaning high 15% fees when you sell, or should they receive 0%? Should people have ownership of their NFTs fully? There's a lot of questions here and there. The pros and cons to both. The pros is that creators can make revenue to pay their devs, their teams, build products that bring more value to the NFT. The negative is that they might just keep the money to themselves and the holders get rugged, right? So there's two sides. There's a lot more that can be talked about on this subject, which you can see in my channel, but the main subject right now is that the biggest project on Solana just announced that they went to 0% creator royalty fees. What does that mean? Why did they do it? Where is this heading? Did you smash the like button? And who is Kim Kardashian dating? Anyways, the first question, what does this mean? It means that DeGods will no longer receive money from their NFT project, which means that we are heading in a new meta, in a new shift of Solana NFTs. Well, why? Why did they do that? Well, so let's look at the data. The data is the most important thing here, and you're about to see why. Okay, let's look at TXO. TXO is actually a really good software. I really enjoy it. So data. What's happening right now? Let's analyze this. So there's a change happening in the ecosystem, and that's a fact. And where does data come from? Well, it's coming from the free market. So let's look back at volumes 6 months ago. Magic Eden, how much did they have? And remember, we talked about this before. They had 90% of the market share. 6 months. This is the total 6 months. YA came in 2%. You have Opensea at 2%, Coral Cube, Solana Art, and there you go. And it basically was like that for a very long time. So then, volume 3 month, Magic Eden 87%, YA 6%. Okay, YA, whatever. And then later on, we had volume 1 month, Magic Eden 84%. Oh, what the hell is going on? What is going on here? YA 6%. Okay. Solana Art 4%. Hadeswap 2.3%. What's happening? Hyperspace 0.95%. What's happening? Okay. Magic Eden just went down 6%. Okay. Volume 7 days. Here's the big one. Magic Eden 74%. What the hell just happened? Solana Art 8.4%. YA 7.44%, Hadeswap 6.37%, Hyperspace 1.44%. What is going on here? What the hell is going on? This is major destruction that's happening this past 7 days, and that's the thing that's happening. The main thing right now is that Magic Eden is getting disrupted. And they have to basically act quick, which we'll talk about later. But the one thing about NFTs that I like is that we are clearly seeing a free market decide on what it wants. Okay, so right now, why did this happen? Well, all these platforms announced that they are going to 0%. So what's going to happen with Magic Eden? Well, we'll talk about that later on. The thing about NFTs is that it's a free market. In other words, there aren't governments or huge entities dictating what can be successful and what can't, just like in stocks or any other type of asset. Yet that day will come in the future where projects will pay a tax on NFT buybacks. That would be hilarious to watch and sad. But right now, this is like pure organic free market movement. And I love it. People have spoken about what they want. People started using 0% royalty platforms. And here is a good tweet from Headsauce about this. Let me show you what he wrote down here. Magic Eden, for anyone interested in the current state of marketplace fees, creator royalties. Okay, so you had Hadeswap, 0% on marketplace fee. You have Solana Art, 0.5, can edit to 0%. You have YA, 1%. You have Coral Cube, 2%, 1%, 2%. Now, creator royalties are on Magic Eden and Hyperspace, but you can set to 0% on Coral Cube, YA, Solana Art, and Hadeswap is 0%. That is basically what happened. Naturally, projects had to respond because marketplaces are responding. Volume is growing in 0% platforms, and you can't stop it. And this isn't only happening in Solana, it's happening in Ethereum as well. That is the other big shocker, is that, remember, everything is data. We got to figure out what's going on. Just when you thought Opensea ruled them all, they ignored the movement from X2Y2. And look what happened. X2Y2 literally took over the market. They literally flipped OpenSea in daily volume. So you can see right here, you got X2Y2 in purple, looks rare in green, OpenSea in blue. You could tell right here in the beginning, OpenSea was dominating. And then looks rare came in. They did their little vampire attack. But overall, OpenSea had the market. What happened? X2Y2 basically just started coming in and hunting market share. They literally flipped OpenSea right here around this time frame. And that is how OpenSea is being disrupted. They did not basically respond to this attack. That is insane. That is insane to think that about 4 months ago, OpenSea was dominating. Something so fast occurred, and then next thing you know, they became second place. Just like that. And now you have the same scenario with Magic Eden, who went from 95% market share to 70%, 75% within 1 month. All right, so back to NFTs. So the only projects that are sustainable with this business model are projects that already build their product with their royalties, like DeGods. They have capital. They have built a team that can make other revenue sources now. They have raised money from Dust Labs. Small projects can't really do this. They need funding, and there is never such thing as a 0% royalty because there will be other ways that projects will make money. It will be in a different name. Stock buybacks, holding NFTs, let's say 1,000 out of a 10,000, sell one at a time. It's the same thing, just a hidden dilution of the NFT you're holding. Or buy your own token, or have fees for our upgrade. Probably small funding from Trust Labs, which is a team that can fund NFT startup projects. But I think creative revenues will make a comeback in a different name, in a different format. Someone will figure it out. So how can one benefit from this? Where are things shifting to? That is another big question, because we want to adapt to what is occurring, right? We want to adapt to this announcement that occurred. Our next experiment, 0%. We are updating the DeGods, tubes, use all to 0% royalties. So what can you do? Okay, so for starters, Hadeswap has been killing it. Hadeswaps with their platform came in and basically took a lot of volume, and volume that we did not know was coming. So overall, let me just share with you what I've been doing. This is why I've been talking about this for the past 3 or 4 weeks. We figured that this was going to happen when Hadeswap came out with the ABC NFT, where they said basically that there's NFT ownership of Hadeswap. And overall, ABC owns Hadeswap. If you own ABC, you will receive revenue from these 0% platforms. And what we've been talking about is basically ABC NFT, and why that was important for me personally to buy, because I saw that the market was shifting and Hadeswap was going to become a new marketplace to where people have ownership of the platform and essentially become a Magic Eden themselves, providing liquidity on these platforms. And not just that, projects can also provide liquidity on their own projects and make fees from it. It's just another revenue stream that they can make from their projects. It's through Hadeswap. So now it's not really creative royalty. It's basically providing liquidity for your project. So the interesting part is that this is where ABC comes into play, because again, a lot of this started with the disruption that occurred with Hadeswap and ABC. I'm not essentially saying that this is basically from DeGods. It seems like DeGods was already going through this route, given that 7% of their sales were basically from 0% markets. I'm talking about the disruption of marketplace fees and essentially making the ABC NFT owners the owners of the market. I did buy my 7th ABC NFT yesterday, and I'm looking to buy more. In conclusion, I think the war is not over. But as an investor, not financial advice, I am basically doing what the market is doing themselves. I'm just investing in these platforms like ABC and seeing how it performs. Now, I also think Magic Eden is going to announce some form of 0% creative royalty fee and a marketplace fee change. Guaranteed something's going to be announced soon, because Magic Eden is not going to let this slide. They're going to bring something out. They're going to bring their big guns. It's going to happen. I don't know what it is, but the big guns are coming. They have a valuation of like $1.6 billion. I did buy Magic tickets as well. It's their NFT. They basically attached the NFT to Magic Eden, but there has been really no benefits to it yet. So overall, I think those benefits are coming. So in conclusion, I think all this is healthy because what it's doing is Magic Eden has basically taken the market, and now there's competition bringing Magic Eden back, and now Magic Eden has to find some innovative ways to basically have customers come to their product. And it's just a healthy competition that brings more value into Solana NFTs. I know a lot of people will disagree with this ending statement because they think we're done with 0% royalty fees because no one will come to Solana. But I don't think that. I think there's always another way of revenue that's coming in, and people will come in. I still think people will still come in with those other types of revenue streams. I also think that creator royalties will come back at some point in a different format. So overall, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you subscribe, you hit that bell, smash that like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Much love and peace.